I'm SeeJayAre and welcome back for another pickups video. Welcome back to another pickups video. It's been a month or so since the last one. There's going to be a lot of links, probably 3 or 4 in the description below to check out some of the products I'm going to show in this video. I've had several companies send me some really interesting stuff. So the links will all be posted in the description. If you're interested, go check it out. I'm going to start with these 2 big boxes. I picked up one of these for my son Teddy. I had picked up a previous version for my son Andrew, and I decided to grab one for Teddy. This one's a little bit different. This one is more, basically these are the Arma Voltage series of RC car trucks, and the other one's kind of more like a truggy, which looks kind of like this one. If you're at all interested in getting into RC, this is a great place to start. This one, I think, was on sale for $129 Canadian. Great little starter vehicle. Goes up to, how fast? 25 miles per hour, so pretty quick. Great for going off smaller jumps. Really fantastic first RC car for adults and kids, to be honest. So I highly recommend this. But then I made the step up and invested in this guy here. This is the Italian 6S BLX from Arma. Basically, I have like 3 or 4 vehicles, more vehicles that I want to buy. This one was on sale, so I decided to grab this one first. I did an unboxing video that I might post of. I did an unboxing and like first impressions of this car. Let me know in the description below if you'd like to see that. I may start posting a few RC car videos to this channel. Yeah, and I mean, if you're not into RC cars, you don't have to watch it, but I recommend that you do, because it's a really fun hobby that I am deep into right now. So absolutely loving this guy. This thing is extremely fast, so I'll show you guys some video at some point. To kind of go along with the whole RC thing, I picked up a GoPro Hero 5 Session. I also got this crazy mount, but anyways, here it is. Basically for shooting RC videos, you use a head mount and you mount the little camera onto your head, to your hat, so you can control the car and make videos. But what I got this mostly for was garage sale season. I decided that most likely Matt Gamer Alley is going to be my kind of secondary cameraman. I'm going to get him to wear the GoPro Hero Session 5 on his head, over his hat, like I just said, to get kind of some better angles at the garage sales. I'll still have my little hidden camera that I hold under my phone so I can get a close-up of the games that I'm looking at. But I figured Matt could wear that on his head and just kind of be standing back and get like a wider shot of the whole entire garage sale. I thought it'd be kind of cool. So we're going to give that a try and kind of see how that goes. I actually bought this. I bought a GoPro Hero 6 Black. It's like their newest one. And I returned it because I hated it. The sound on it was terrible. So, excuse me. I was a little apprehensive about picking this up, but I got it through Air Miles. I have a ton of Air Miles, so it was one of the things that was available. So I decided to give that a shot. It's waterproof. I'll get some other uses out of it. Taking it on trips with the kids and stuff like that too. So yeah, so I picked up the GoPro Hero 5 Session. Haven't really used it a whole lot, so I can't really give my impressions on it yet. Next item here, if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you'll find a link in the description below. I suggest you do. I got contacted by a company called Spitfire Labs out of New York City. There are more in-depth and much better pictures on my Instagram if you want to go check this out. But this is a gorgeous piece of art. They do this, I think it's actually like laser etched, some of it, and it features scenes from video games. Obviously it's in the style of a NES controller. I think that's probably focusing so you get an idea. Perfect size. You can hang it on a wall or just kind of set it on a desk or something like that. But really, really gorgeous work. As you can see, it's been personalized. So shout out to Spitfire Labs in New York City. You can go check them out on Instagram. I'll leave a link to their Instagram in the description below. And I know they're at conventions all over the Northeast, so really, really nice stuff. I picked up, what do they call this? This is the complete official guide, expanded edition for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Basically the strategy guide. It was like $28 on Amazon, so I picked it up. I'm like, okay, it's got all the DLC stuff. I like buying strategy guides for RPGs, and I have like the treasure chest of all the previous Zelda games. So I decided to pick this up, forgetting that I already had another one. I already had the collector's edition guide. It's not the complete expanded edition, but now I have two of them, so bit of a mistake there. I don't typically make frivolous purchases like this anymore. I really kind of think through and save up for stuff I'm buying, but this one I just was like, oh, I kind of want that, and I bought it, and I shouldn't have probably. I probably should have just been okay with my other one, but maybe I'll give that other one away at some point to someone. I picked up a Nintendo Switch. I thought I was just buying the Joy-Con, white Joy-Con shells, so I can mod. I bought a, I should show that off too, but they're not accessible. I bought a set of gray Joy-Cons used from EB Games, GameStop in the States, because I want to put white shells on them, and this one, if you can see, actually has a D-pad. Apparently the D-pad works pretty well, so basically I've got to take them apart and put the new shells on, which is not an easy process. But it also came with the back for the Nintendo Switch, which I don't think I'm going to use. I think I'm going to like the white with the gray back, so yeah, I'm going to eventually get to that, and I'll show you guys pictures on Instagram when I eventually do. So recently I traded in a whole bunch of stuff to a local game store called Games Exchange in Kitchener. Great store. The owner, Steve, is absolutely fantastic. It was a couple bins full of Xbox 360, PS3 stuff. Right, sorry, my battery died. So I picked up a bunch of really good stuff here that I'm happy with from Games Exchange in Kitchener. Like I said, I had a bunch of trade credit that I had bins full of stuff that at one point I was considering opening a store, so I was picking up some of the better PS2, PS3, Xbox stuff. So traded all that stuff away, and this is some of the stuff I got with the credit. Picked up a game called Vortex on the Super Nintendo. It runs on the Super FX chip. I think it's like a mech game. It looked kind of interesting. And the price was good. It was like 12 bucks. This is Congo's Caper, a Data East game. If you know anything about these games, I really don't know anything about this. It looked like a platformer. Looked pretty good. Let me know in the comments below if you've played this guy. I think that was around 30-ish. Steve's prices are always fair. And The Art of Fighting, which I did not have in my collection, surprisingly. So happy to add these Super Nintendo games. Picked up one NES game I needed, Prince of Persia. I think this guy was around 20 bucks. I think that puts me at 400 and... Let me tell you right now, because I forget. Let's see. I use the Collectors app with a Z. I think it's called CLZ Games. I get that question a lot. They should really be sponsoring my channel. I've probably sold them so many apps. It's like 15 bucks. Well worth it. Don't be cheap. I've been using this app for 8 years. It's the best on the market in my opinion. I am at 467 games, so we're getting close to that 500 mark, and I know it gets really hard after that. So yeah, happy to add Prince of Persia to the collection. And then the best one of the bunch, a TurboGrafx game, Splatterhouse. Great condition, comes with the manual, obviously, game, and the little sleeve, rubbery sleeve thing. So really happy to add that. I never come across Turbo games. Yeah, so I think it was around 100, 120-ish from what I remember. Picked up this game, Super Venture Island from Gamer Alley, actually. Pretty excited to play this. I've never played this on the Super Nintendo. Matt cleared out his retro collection. I tried, guys. I kind of gave up with him, but he got rid of all his retro stuff. So, Super Adventure Island. Actually, I'm going to play that right after this because I absolutely love that game on the Game Boy. There was a good deal in Canada. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I picked it up for $29.99. This is actually for Matt. I just have to get it over there, and he's got a record for me. So yeah, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Great game. 30 bucks. Fantastic deal. Also picked up Bayonetta 2. I think I may have shown this already. I did open it and I did start playing it. I think I mentioned before that I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it or not, just because I'm playing so much other stuff right now that I don't know if I had time to play it. So I'm really due for a what I'm playing video also. So stay tuned for that. I'll quickly add that probably tomorrow or the next day I'll be adding the latest episode of the Goliath Gamecast that I filmed right here with my buddy Nick from work. So feel free to check that out. You can subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, the Google Play Store, Spotify. All you have to do is search Goliath Gamecast. So you can get a lot of my impressions on games there. I haven't been doing as many videos on my YouTube channel. That's mainly why. But yeah, feel free to check that out. I'll post the video here in probably the next couple days. I went to a game swap in Guelph, Ontario, which there's also a video on my channel that you can check out. And I showed what I picked up there, but I decided I'm going to try and go for a complete Game Gear collection. So I picked up a couple Game Gear games for $5 each. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Or the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, sorry. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. And Batman Returns, which is one that I actually had growing up. Decent game. Still looking for Alien 3. Alien 3 is a game that I played on the Game Gear a lot growing up. A couple DS games. Picked up Steel Princess. It's an Atlas RPG. Great deal, 20 bucks. I got these both for 20, and this is Puzzle the Harvest Moon. I had never heard of this, so Natsume title. So 20 bucks for those two, great deal. 8-Bit Do. I'll post a link for 8-Bit Do in the description below. You know you've made it on YouTube when companies just send you stuff without even letting you know. It's pretty cool. So this showed up in my mailbox, and I was like, oh, what is this? And I'm like, oh, who sent this? And I just realized it was actually the company 8-Bit Do. This is their latest USB wireless receiver. You can do some really cool stuff with this. You can use your 8-Bit Do controllers or any other controllers on your PC, just plugging this into the USB. You can actually plug this into the USB on your Nintendo Switch and play with a PS4 DualShock 4 controller. And I know that they just updated the firmware, so you can use an Xbox One controller too. So basically you can use this, plug it into your dock on your Nintendo Switch, and you can use your DualShock 4 or Xbox One controller. So really cool piece of technology there. 8-Bit Do is a fantastic company. Okay, pretty excited to show this. I just realized my camera's a little further away from me than usual. I kind of have to really stretch to get out there. This is called the Pocket Sprite. This is essentially the world's smallest functional Game Boy. They are running a GoFundMe. It's not a GoFundMe, it's not a Kickstarter. I think it's another company. I will post a link in the description below. You can still get in on pre-ordering this. Or you can check it out at pocketsprite.com. But they're doing a round of funding for these. I think they're around 45 bucks US. And it is a fully functional Game Boy that you can put about the size of a keychain. You can see how small that is. It works really well. This is a novelty item. This is not something you're going to sit for 5 hours and play a game on, but it works. I'm probably going to do a separate video on this. I just realized my battery's dead, so I can't really, you guys wouldn't be able to see it too well anyways, but really simple interface. You just go to a website, you type in a URL, and you just transfer the games over the network. It's got, you connect to the Wi-Fi on this guy, so really easy process. I will do a separate video on this alone, so. But if you want to check it out now, go check out pocketsprite.com. So thank you to Pocket Sprite for sending that over. All right, and finally, I made some vinyl record pickups. The first one here, this is from Data Discs. I picked this up at Data Discs. I've featured some of their vinyl on videos previous. I'll probably be doing a few more of those where I just go kind of more in depth on some of their releases. This is the Sonic Mania soundtrack. Many of you may have played this game and noticed how fantastic this music is. So yeah, you can pick that up on Data Discs. I believe it's in stock on Data Discs right now. So I'll leave a link for Data Discs in the description below. Also picked up the Gunstar Heroes release, also from Data Discs. And the one I really want from Data right now is Metal Slug. So I'm keeping an eye out for that one. Love to pick that one up. This is a great one too. I'll probably do a separate episode on this. And then I picked up some records from Amazon. Amazon's a pretty good source for vinyl records, stuff that I'll never find at a garage sale, obviously. I like to pick up records that are kind of near and dear to me, that I listened to like in my teens a lot. And I picked up 3 of my favorite hip-hop albums of all time. So first one here is Machiavelli, Tupac. He released an album, I believe, right after, pretty close to after he died. I think this came out in '96 under the name Machiavelli. It's a fantastic album. I listened to this album non-stop. I used to listen to it before games a lot, I remember. Actually, all these albums. Another great one here, Mos Def, Black on Both Sides. Fantastic album. If you don't know this one, go check it out. Good stuff. Love this album. And then another one of my favorites, Gang Starr, Moment of Truth. So 3 of my favorite hip-hop albums of all time, added them to the collection. I've probably got like 10 or 20 more that I want to pick up. I pick up a lot of like 90s, you know, Green Day, Nirvana, stuff like that. I have a really kind of eclectic music taste. The only thing I really don't listen to is like classical and country. I don't do country at all. So anyways, guys, that's it for my pickups for this month. Stay tuned for what I'm playing video. I have got my streaming setup down now on Twitch. So as you may have noticed, there's been a few gameplay videos that I've posted the Twitch stream. I've uploaded it to YouTube. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, the link is in the description below. I'll be streaming new, retro. I get a lot of games early through the work side of things, the media side of things. So yeah, stay tuned for those streams. As you can tell, I'm not feeling great right now, so I'm kind of struggling through this. But I appreciate you guys joining me, and till the next episode.